Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, Boat Rockers. I want to talk about something here real quick, pretty briefly, about, the continued Islami Islamization, I guess you would say, Islamic invasion, Islamization, if you will, of Europe. And Germany seems to be all on board with this, and that they love that the fact that Muslim refugees, and not just Muslim refugees, but Muslim mentalities, Muslim ideologies, and you know, in other areas of Islam, is coming in and basically changing their country and basically turning it into a Muslim country. And a lot of people would probably disagree with this, but if you go to Germany, they're getting away with murder, literally. They're getting away with rape, and they're basically turning Germany into another Islamic state. And they're doing that uh, basically at the hands of the Democratic Party over there, and because the Democratic Party seems to want to put everyone on a big white guilt trip and remind them of the terrors of World War II and the Nazis, which has absolutely nothing to do with what's going on over there today, nothing whatsoever. And so I was wanting to point out here this article from Al Jazeera. So that right there, first and foremost, is going to tell you that this is going to be a Muslim bent, Muslim leaning article, and they're going to speak in favor of this and act like anybody that's against it is probably pro-Nazi, and they're Islamophobic, and that's even mentioned here in this article. But what they're talking about in Germany is the German interior um, minister floats idea of Muslim holidays, and what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to have they're wanting to recognize and acknowledge Muslim holidays right here where large numbers of Muslims live. And what I want to point out here is this is basically a foot in the door kind of thing. And this is how, certain factions, in this case, a religion, which really, if break it down, Islam is not really a religion. It's more like a political, weapon to, have control over people. But right here in this article, they're talking about how they want this to be recognized just where large numbers of Muslims live, and that's what it is today. But what's it going to be tomorrow? And like I said, this is a foot in the door kind of thing. Thomas de Maizière, I don't know if that's the way you pronounce that or not, but a member of the Christian Democratic Union, which won federal elections last month, made his comments during a campaign rally for state elections in Lower Saxony in the country's northwest. I'm willing to talk about the possibility of introducing Islamic holidays, de Maizière said. Well, this is the problem with this. Today you're recognizing them in areas where there's a large population of Muslims, but later on down the line, it's going to be a national holiday, and it's going to be a day where businesses and schools and government offices will be closed, and all to acknowledge this foreign religion, from these foreigners. And this is just another way of Islam taking over this country, because today you're recognizing a holiday, and it's not going to be too further down the line until you have a Islamic chancellor. And I think Angela Merkel, acting chancellor right now, would love that. I think she would love it. And when it comes to that point, then it's not going to be too much longer until they have Sharia law, which is their modus operandi to begin with. It really is. I mean, you get in there, you outnumber the people, you breed out the native population, and you overpopulate them. Then you put your people in government offices and high-ranking places of authority, and then you basically, that will be your country. It's a Trojan horse. I mean, and a lot of people knows what's going on. Um, right here it says, this is out of the question to some people. Members of the CSU, the CDU's Christian Conservative sister party that only operates in the state of Bavaria, criticized de Maizière's stance. and for good reason, and for very good reason, because they see what's going on. I mean, you're basically letting these people come over here and change the culture to suit them. Well, they're the visitors. They're the ones who are the guests. They are the ones who came to Germany. And so they should be adapting to German ways. They should be acclimating themselves to German culture and assimilating into German culture, but they're wanting the other way around. This is the most insane thing I think I've ever seen. And, there's, of course, Sweden and other places in Europe that's, worse than this. But I was wanting to point out this one article here. But, of course, some people do know what's going on. And right here, members of the CSU, Christian Conservative Sister Party, is criticizing this, and they're basically saying, CDU wants Islamic holidays. That's the difference with AFD. We say no, no, no to that, said Beatrix von Storch, deputy AFD leader, writing on Twitter. And basically, it's a Sven Tritzler, Sven Stritzler, I think you would say it like that, who leads AFD's youth wing, posted an Islamophobic tweet. Now remember, this is an Al Jazeera article, an Islamophobic tweet. So they're saying, oh, if somebody thinks this way, then they're being Islamophobic. But no, they're being a realist. That's what they're being. Okay, so Islamic holidays, Day of Stoning, Day of the Lynched Homosexual, Day of the Church Burning, what should it be, he said. They know what's going on here. And basically what they're talking about here is this, in Muslim countries, this is what they do. They have, they stone certain people. And a lot of those people that they stone are homosexuals. They lynch homosexuals, and they burn churches. They burn Christian churches. If they find that one's operating, which would be illegal in that country. So my point is this. If you wanted to go to a Muslim country, would they bend over left and right? Or would they, bend over backwards to let you practice your religion and your holidays and all that in their country? And that question, the answer to that question is no, they wouldn't. You would be arrested and you would be executed for certain, Christian activities in their country, and you would be executed if you were a homosexual. So why is Germany doing this? Well, obviously Germany is committing suicide, and it's not going to be too much longer before the whole name of the country is changed to some kind of Muslim name. And this is just another way of the Muslim community taking over a country. It's all it is. It's just a foot in the door kind of thing. And you look at some of their other articles right here. I don't know if these are Al Jazeera articles, but assessing Trump, is the president fit for office? And of course, he's went under a lot of fire since he's been his brief time in the presidency so far. So, but anyway, I just wanted to point that out. The German Interior Minister floats the idea of Muslim holidays. This is just another way of bringing this cold-hearted religion into a country and making the citizens kindly acknowledge it. And today it's acknowledging it, but tomorrow it's going to be mandatory that you participate in it, or be executed, because one of these days, I don't know how much further in the future it's going to be, but one of these days Germany will be an Islamic country. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So thanks for watching this video. I'm Chris Logan. Please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, Boat Rockers, and thank you and God bless.